Hello guys, my name is Franklin Peters, founder and CEO of Boundless Limited. You are watching my BCAT story on Crypto TV Plus. Don't touch that dial. Hi guys, my name is Franklin Peters. I'm the founder and CEO of Boundless Limited, the owners of BoundlessPay, cryptocurrency wallet app that solves the problem around payments, global remittance, and any other thing that has to do with cryptocurrency use. I live in Dubai. We do a whole lot of cryptocurrency activities, and I actually came to Nigeria because of the campus BCAT event. Yeah, so in 2019, right, I got a call from my friend, Mr. Tony. He told me that he was walking around an awareness store, right? That was the first time I was hearing about an awareness store with regards to cryptocurrency. And he kind of gave me the blueprint of what he was, imagining it to be. Something that would be like in different parts of Nigeria, and which is going to focus on people who were not in the cryptocurrency space. Prior to then, there were several other events, but those events targeted people who were already in the cryptocurrency space, and it was almost the same thing all the way, always. But the BCAT event was going to attract people who hadn't bought Bitcoin for the first time, educate them on what cryptocurrencies was all about, and then get them to be onboarded into the space. So that was when I heard about it. I was part of it in 2019 in some parts, I think in Port Harcourt, in Uniben, and that. It didn't happen in 2020 and 2021, but this year, 2022, I told myself I was going to be part of it because it was going to happen in the city where I grew up, which was in Enugu State, and it was amazing. Yeah, when I got the invitation to be part of the BCAT event, I was of course in Dubai, and I told him that I'm going to come around. Like, if it's going to happen in the East, I'm going to be there. I'm not just going to be virtual, right? So yeah, he said, okay, since you're going to come, I'm going to give you a topic. And I got a topic, and of course, I was there live and direct. I spoke about it. I think just because I was coming around, up to 300 persons in my own head count, people that knew me before I left Nigeria, came all the way from, Owerri. Some of them came from Nsukka, some came from Port Harcourt just to be at the event. And like I said, it was massive. All right, so the journey was like, I knew the event was going to happen on, what was the date? On 4th of June, right? So I had booked my flight a week before then. I started shutting down most of my appointments because like my calendar is usually back to back. I had to start shutting down most of my appointments. And on the 4th, I think my flight was by 10 o'clock in the morning. So I woke up very early by 5. Thank God in Dubai there is no traffic like in Lagos. So I went like an hour before time. I checked in Emirates Airways, and I think within 7 hours I was already in Nigeria. Right now, getting to Nigerian Airways, airspace, I knew that power have changed hand. The sound of the plane was not the same. Don't mind me, I'm just joking. But yeah, I got to the airport. The usual feeling of right now I'm in Nigeria. The whole people wanting to collect money from you, because they know you are coming from outside Nigeria. The whole experiences, but I'm not complaining about it. I feel like it's the system. I believe that Nigeria would step up and things would be better. From the airport, I booked another flight to Enugu State, and I was surprised at the amazing welcome, I would call it ceremony, by the BCAT team, right? I think that's going to be the first event I'm attending in Nigeria where the organizers prepared like from the airport to come and pick you up with more like a welcome ceremony. I really enjoyed it. And then I think there was a convoy as well that picked us up from there all the way to the hotel that had already been prepared again by the BCAT team. I think the most interesting part of it was not just the welcome, it was the people I got to meet. People I had been working with virtually from Dubai. People had, gotten very close with, even without working physically with them, right? I got to meet the likes of Bobby, the likes of my old friends, CEO of Bundle, who were also speakers in the event. So the highlight of the whole thing was these people I got to meet, physically. Yeah, they said with great power comes great responsibility, right? BCAT is like an additional power to him, to his elbow, because he's been in the space, he's built a lot of amazing stuff, right? But when it comes to dealing with people, you've got to be extra. You understand? It's not a simple event. It's not something that one person could do. So he needed all the moral support he could get at that point. So I remember calling him up, a couple of times. I'm like, "Hey Tony, what's up? What's the plan?" And then he tells me, what he's done so far, and I'll tell him that don't worry, it's going to work out well, right? So that was, as a friend, that's the best I could do, right? And of course, my team members in Nigeria, and I had to call them up. I told them if you could go to Enugu before the day to help with arrangements, it would make sense, and some of them did that as well. So the outcome of the event, is just a testimony to show that he didn't just do it alone. He did it with the power of the people who were behind him, as well as the grace of God as well. Yeah, I think what we saw in this current BCAT is like 10x of what it used to be, right? We felt like the one that happened in OAU, right, was the biggest. I think that was the OAU one was quite large, but the one that happened in Enugu is like 10 times bigger because the hall could not contain the people. We had to, at some point, I think the team had to get like extra 2 halls, and the whole 2 halls were all filled up, and people were relaxed. You understand? I think one of the persons that came because of me told me that he said that he's been there for like 5 minutes waiting for them to arrange the hall, because it was more like an emergency arrangement, right? So he was still waiting. He said that he doesn't mind waiting until another 20 minutes just so that he can be part of the event. So for someone to say something like that, it means, and there was something else I realized, I think it was Mr. Tony that said that the only people who had ever filled up that hall before them were politicians. So you can imagine, the lobbying they would do, the kind of campaigns and roadshow they would do to be able to fill the hall up. But little us were able to fill it up to like 3 more halls that same day. It's amazing. Yeah, my expectation was that we are going to fill the hall, right? People are going to have fun. It was going to be successful, right? But 3 times what my expectation was what I saw, right? The number of people that came, and of course the speakers, that was another highlight. The speakers, it was as if everybody was working in the same accord, right? The event was not an event to come and sell. Now, I don't think I heard any person sell anything to anybody. For you to organize an event where your goal is to give to the people, the biggest gift you give to a person is knowledge, and that was what we gave to the people. So most people that came, the feedback I got from some of them was like, wow, how is it that you people didn't sell anything to us? Nobody was asked to make any form of payment to be part of the event. Rather, people got, aside from the knowledge, people got NFTs which they could sell in the future, and I believe that some of those NFTs are going to admit them to future events. So this is going to be the first kind of event that is offering such kind of value to people, multiple value. I think people even got something to cool off with, like food or something like that. So it was more like giving back to the people. So my expectation, if my expectation was 10, I saw 1,000. Yeah, my favorite part about BCAT, I would say that like I had multiple experiences, multiple favorite experiences, right? But the part that really got me was the part when what do you call it, Enaton Foundation or something like that, right, was being, a hub, right, was being, should I say, conceptualized before the people. The fact that there's going to be a hub for first of its kind, right, in the East, and it's going to spread across Nigeria and other parts of the world, which is going to be a free hub to educate and mentor people and give them skills. I think that was a take home for me, right? That's hunger to give back to the people, giving them a lasting tool, something that would impact in their life. I mean, government is not providing jobs. Even politicians won't do something like that for free. And what struck me the most is that people were willing to support it at the spot. I think up to $50,000 was raised at the spot for that dream. So it means everybody wanted to do something, right? So that was the highlight. Yeah. Movements like this usually start with one person that says yes to a dream, and then other people may be naysayers. They may not understand the spirit behind that movement. But when the movement starts, you start seeing people identifying with it. So what I would like to see in upcoming BCAT is an alignment of vision among other stakeholders and players in the industry, people who probably were not part of the movement. You won't blame them because they did not understand, but now they do. I expect to see some of them or most of them aligning. So it's not a competition. We are not trying to do something. We're not trying to take food off somebody's table or to compete with anybody. It is something that will benefit everybody, right? If we have more people understand cryptocurrencies and blockchain in Nigeria, it would make businesses like us have more users who we don't need to explain so much to. They'll be the ones looking for, okay, now I know crypto, which platform do we use? You understand? So that's what I would like to see. Another thing I would like to see is more support from the industry, right? More support from the government, because they can't be out of this. We are doing them a lot of good, right? If people don't have something to do with their time and people are not engaged, then they will find something else that may be harmful to the society to do, right? So what we are doing, we are taking people from the negative aspect of the internet and we are placing them right at the core, or at the forefront of the innovative aspect of the internet, which is blockchain and emerging technologies. So doing these things for free, I believe I expect that the government at some point, we are not saying it should be a government thing, right? But I'm expecting that if we announce there's going to be a BCAT, let them say, hey, there's going to be a BCAT, so you guys should join. You understand? Let them support the movement by telling people, okay, today school should be part of it. It may be a big dream, but it could be a possibility in the future. Yeah, sure. So I had been educating people since 2012 in the positive benefits of the internet, because back then you hear people saying they're into internet fraud, they're into Yahoo or G plus or whatever, right? And my aim as a person and as an educator back in the days had been to help people to see that there's something positive you can do with the internet to make money, and you may even make more money than people who are into this fraud, right? So my advice to people in that faction would be that you could spend the same time doing something positive, using the same tools, and not be scared. You understand? Fraudsters are scared of the government every time. They are scared of the people they had defrauded, pursuing them all over the place. They are scared of, they don't trust the next person, But you can be doing this and you are doing it for yourself, right? It's the same tool, the same time. Just engage it positively and you will make money. There are people that had luckily, right, bought some coins that had given them life-changing money, right? Changed their entire generation entirely, right? And there are people who have found a new passion, building companies and doing it to the best of their capacity, right? There are people who are part of communities educating people. So there are different things you can do. It mustn't be trading, it mustn't be a CEO. There are several other things you can do. So just find yourself in a community, maybe a BCAT community, learn as much as you can, engage your talents, and then you would soon find an aspect of the blockchain or cryptocurrency space that will benefit you. Splendid. I don't know.